You take the blue pill. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
This video is very long, but it needs to be very long, and I will explain that in the video itself. Oh, you do not want to miss literally 1 second of this. I also have an interview with the guy who is literally fixing Guardian. Even himself is stating, right now, GTA on PC, single player is even not safe. Do not log in. Don't start it. Don't do anything related to GTA PC. Rockstar needs to fix this urgently. Let's get into the video. I don't know if anyone is actually paying attention, but in 2014, Rockstar Games tweeted, "Taking aim at GTA Online cheaters." how ambitious of the small. Oh, wait a second. Small? A $19.6 billion company. Oh, well, I won the 19.6 billion. How much of that would be Grand Theft Auto 5? Oh, let's say about $8 billion. How much of that would be single player? Let's say 2 billion. Let's say over the last somewhat decade, the GTA 5 online has been a thing. They have grossed about $6 billion from that singular entity alone. That is just online. Oh, and they're gonna sell it again and again with every console coming. Now, if you're on console, it's just a matter of time before the issues that are now present on PC are coming for you. I'm not even joking you. I'm not trying to fearmonger you. Nothing like that. No. Listen to me very, 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 very carefully now. Rockstar gives no f. We are left in the dark whatsoever. Here's my proof. This day at 4 p.m., they posted on Twitter, "Celebrate the Lunar New Year with a free rabbit tattoo and traditional painted rabbit mask. Gifted to all GTA Online players who log in this week, along with a great GTA bonus." It's all filler. This literal Twitter account could be a bot at this moment. I don't know if they even know how severe the issue really is. As you see right here, Tez2 has posted on Twitter and has since gotten around 2 million views on this. But it deserves to get 100 million at least, because this is unheard of. I mean unheard of in AAA game companies. If you read it right here, it says, "High alert for PC Online. New extreme exploits have appeared, allowing cheaters to remotely add, remove modifier stats, and permanently corrupt your account, aka ban/delete. Avoid playing without a firewall rule or playing at all." If you go and actually look at the pictures, you can clearly tell they can add your rank. They can fuck with your unlocks. They'll put you in bad sport, even that's not a thing on PC anymore. They'll corrupt your account instantly, and because Rockstar, we all know they hate money glitches, they will give you $5 million or 15 million at a time. But if you then check the other one, it literally says give 60 million to the whole lobby. And then they'll take it away, and they'll do that over and over again. Then the account will get flagged by the system and will get automatically banned. Rockstar. You absolute piece of shit garbage company. How are you not getting sued over any of this? I don't get it. Does anyone remember the fact that GTA 5 source code got leaked, and somewhat in the same time period, I'm not sure if it was before or after, they literally declared that they don't have an anti-cheat anymore. Now, what the fuck was in your game code or your source code so bad that you have to just declare that you don't have an anti-cheat so people couldn't come for your throat? What the hell was in there so bad and so basic and so flawed that you just had to claim that outright? I don't understand it whatsoever. Now, here is a message from Speyedr, aka the fixer of Guardian. He's basically declaring what's happened in the last few months. From last month, remote crash game at any time, including single player. These are the actions modders were able to do. And then it also says remote kick out of a lobby, so you're alone. So they remove you from your own lobby whatsoever. they can all do this remotely, and then remote kick you to the clouds so you're stuck in there in an infinite loading screen. We already know how long the loading is, but this is a bit extreme. Infinite, that's just a little more. That's just a little too much, maybe. And now, from yesterday, this is the spectacular one. Run any game script on your client, including their own custom ones. The only requirement is that the attacker is the host of the session. The kinds of scripts they can run are literally anything that modifies the stats of your game, including setting RP levels to anything, setting your money to anything, including removing all of it, adding as much money as they like to try and flag your account for a ban, as I said earlier, forcing your account into bad sport, as I said earlier, corrupting your save game files so you can't load into online. Apparently the public method is an easy fix, but that could change very quickly because things are evolving at an extremely rapid pace. Anything else you can think of that a cheater could do to their own system or their own account, they can do to you. Now, it does not end there whatsoever. Here you have my DMs with Tez2, aka the guy who leaked this in the first place. Tez2 says, well, so far the exploits that were found didn't reach the territory of endangering your PC until now. They probably will very soon, and that is the dangerous part. This is where this becomes the worst thing that have ever happened to a AAA company. To a AAA game even. Like, if someone can just use code on your system, they could do anything. Anything. They could type boobs on your calculator for all I give a fuck. But goddamn, they could turn your fucking PC into a Bitcoin mining rig and you wouldn't even know if you weren't listening to your GPU's fan speed. It is so far that they can take this, and it is so malicious. And I don't understand the fact that Rockstar does not give a single fuck. Not a one. Bro, does anyone remember Elden Rings? They had an issue with player safety. What did Elden Rings do? Boom! Shut down servers entirely whatsoever. No one could play until it was fixed. Oh my Jesus Lord, Rockstar? Well, if we shut down the servers, the shark card sales would go down. Oh, how would we earn any money? How would our reputation come back from turning the servers down? Absolute dog shit company, I'll tell you that. Now, let's go further. I say yet. Every mod menu is throbbing at the mouth for this, though. Since if they figure it out, they can implement a safety for it, and in doing that, make a disastrous profit. Morse Mutual Insurance was supposedly able to uncorrupt or whatever his account with a free menu. Tez responds, the dev behind the menu that released this issued out an apology too, but it's too late anyways. That's what Tez2 says. Now listen to me. I like that he apologized, but this is Pandora's box, and this cannot be closed. Right now, people are probably looking through the whole source code leak yet again to find exactly what the fuck this guy found and then use it to their own advantages. The possibilities and the dangers are physically endless. Endless. And if you think you're safe on console, bro, if they can do it, you think the code is different? It might even be worse for console, because it's older. So I reply an apology, laughing my ass off. Tez replies, I heard that the way to corrupt someone's character is by modifying that stat. Basically, we only have 2 characters, but the cheaters are setting it to 3rd, 4th, or 5th, etc. Characters, thus the game thinks that your data is corrupted. This is probably a stupidly easy fix. I reply, I know they were able to carbon copy stats, but now they can modify them. Tez replies, it can be easily fixed, hence the unbrick option. The problem is that this is the easy way to brick your character, but since all stats can be accessed, there are much worse at stake. Then I replied that I have to go to dinner, of course, and that I was gonna stream as well yesterday. And then Tez replies back, like Rockstar could fix the bricking with a background update by checking for the values of that thing and ensuring it's not higher or lower than 0 or 1. But the menus can evolve to start wreaking havoc across all your stats. At this point, there's not much to be done other than Rockstar reverting your character to a previous state of a few days ago. It does not end there. It simply doesn't. It simply doesn't. Now, I want to hear everyone's opinions about this in the comment section down below. And I want to ask you a further question. Would you think that Rockstar, being the multi-billion-dollar company, would have any player safety on their social club feed? Oh, yeah. It doesn't. It doesn't at all. If you use Chrome, you could use Inspect Element to look through someone's privatization of their social club profile. It just basically unlocks. Now imagine this. If that would have happened to Facebook, that would be world-class news. World-class front page news if you could just use Inspect Element. This is where the laziness of Rockstar just begins. Then we also have the crew stealing thing. It's still a thing. God mode is still a thing. Modders are still a thing. The orbital spam glitch is still a thing. The input glitch on console is still a thing. The leaking of your IP address to everyone in the lobby is still a damn thing. Apparently, there is literally a glitch. If you send a message on console, you can get kicked out the lobby for it. There's literally RC car sticky bomb glitches still to this day. It all started back in the day when Rockstar released GTA Online on PC and their basic admin tools were unlocked and people started using them and finding them very rapidly, and it evolved and it evolved and it evolved into the monster that it is right now, and it's about to break out of its fucking cage and literally become malware. At this point, I urge you with all my heart, do not even dare start GTA PC, not even story mode, whatsoever at this point. It's simply not safe. Now, for the rest of this video, it will be a interview with the guy who fixed Guardian. He's not the main developer, he's a guy who's using their open source method and is fixing it by himself. Here's the interview with him, and I would love for everyone to not give this guy any flack because he is only trying his best to further the playing experience and safety by his own measurement. He is just some guy, and Rockstar is not just some company, it's one of the biggest and most profitable in the world, and this one individual can find out player safety. Now, I urge you again, Guardian is a tool for safety. At the moment, even Guardian itself is not safe enough if used incorrectly. So me and him both urge you not even to use Guardian or play PC at all. Now, let's get into the interview. So you're the creator of Guardian.
Sort of. I am the one who fixed it. There was a team known as Digital Arc that originally developed it. It broke. And I basically said, yeah, fuck that. I'm going to figure out if I can stop them from connecting to my computer. And I did manage to find a way. It is, if you are a programmer and you look into how I fixed it, you would be very surprised. You'd be surprised that it works, but it does. And
it's probably the most basic of things, knowing Rockstar.
It is. It is actually. It's very, very basic. Well, the fix that I used for Guardian specifically, like why it broke and how I was able to find a workaround. But yeah, Guardian itself is just a firewall. All you do is
it's like Windows.
Put in. Pretty much. It's a little bit more advanced than that because um, some data you have to let through from Rockstar servers, but other data you can't. And they can come from the exact same IP address and they can come from the same port. So there needs to be a way to tell what stuff should come through and what can't. The standard Windows firewall isn't complex enough to do that. I had to write my own logic to try and figure that out, which is basically literally just looking at packet captures on traffic that was coming into my computer and physically looking at the information and trying to figure out if there was any patterns. And I seem to have managed to have found one.
Yeah, this Rockstar will hopefully get sued over this because this is like next level.
I also hope as well that they get legal action from this because it's really really bad. The way the exploit works is there's some sort of array which is like a long line of information in memory, and what you can do is you can change the size of that array. Um, and you're already running into issues if you've ever researched exploits before. You know that being able to change the size of a buffer is just all sorts of bad. What you can do then is load information into that array, and you can get the game to execute it as if it was code. So that's what's known as a partial remote code exploit. The code itself is only able to be run in the game, but that means that's how the exploit works. What mods do is they put information into that array, then they basically convince the game to treat it as if it was code. That code gets executed, and that code will, try to bank $15 million or set your bad sport duration to 3 years or whatever. The problem with partial RCE or partial remote code exploit is that it doesn't take very long to break out of the process itself. GTA 5 is actually pretty well sandboxed, especially considering all the other shit that happens. The one thing that is quite rare is for code to break out. But honestly, I wouldn't hold my breath at this point. It could be, 24 hours and someone figures out a way to get the code to run outside of the game, at which point they can do literally anything.
Yeah. That's the greatest concern right now because every mod menu is throbbing at the mouth for this. This is probably somewhat of a trickle down instance since their source code got leaked.
Oh,
Someone found
absolutely.
something in there and was like, "Oh, golden ticket. Let me profit off of this."
Yep. And that's exactly what they do. And what they do then is they will also charge for protection against it.
Of course.
So,
Of
yes,
course.
you can use the abuse, but then also I'm the one that has the protection, so I'm got to pay up to me.
I don't know
Like
if
the
you are you even like uh aware of who I am?
I know you from the Dark Viper AU GeoGuessr video. So, yeah.
Yeah. I just want I was looking to get in contact with Tez2 on Discord, but I have no idea how or whatever. And then I was like, wait a second, what about this guy? And I scrolled down your Twitter, and then I found the Discord link, so I just went ahead and jumped.
It's good detective work. Yeah, it's
uh,
funny actually that the Discord link is technically in Guardian now, but I knew that if I left the Guardian build up and people started using it incorrectly and got banned, the first thing they'd be doing is launching Discord through Guardian, and they'd be asking me why did I still get banned? And that's the
oh,
whole reason why I took it down, is not because it's broken. It still works perfectly fine. It's just the consequences for not using it correctly are way too high. And I don't in good conscience recommending a tool that is a little bit inconvenient to use at the moment. I'll be honest. In my defense, I wasn't the one who wrote it in the first place. I would have designed it in a different way, and I'm trying to work on a new version that's much more intuitive and much less likely to have issues. But yeah, at the moment, I can't recommend Guardian to new players because they will get something wrong that they don't understand, and at
mhm.
that point, it could be game over. I'd rather people just not play right now.
This is this is like the latest, and I would say greatest, but this is the worst thing that have ever happened to Rockstar Games. and their player
Yeah,
base.
no,
I always
this is
compared their
yeah.
player safety to Penguin Club, which isn't even a thing anymore. There's just nothing. There's nothing.
Yeah, I would say this is by far the worst exploit for GT Online within the last 5 years. There was some pretty really bad stuff back on Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, but for
How so?
PC, it there was a lot of stuff that you could do because GT Online didn't properly verify information from their servers. So what you could do was actually redirect any sort of traffic from your console and send it to your own fake server.
Huh.
It was there was a couple of really 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 bad exploits that were in that vein of not properly authenticating the server. I think they've fixed that for the most part, but it's just gotten worse and worse since then. Yeah, the recent, well, the most recent exploit before this fiasco was, I think you remember Balls Torture with
Yeah, yeah,
all
even
the
I
social
got.
club
Yeah,
invites.
I know. Even I got invites from.
It was funny actually. I actually developed a tool to block those invites. Um, but then Rockstar patched that one 24 hours later, which I was kind of a little bit salty about because I spent 5 days building up the app and making it like you literally ran it and that was it. You could just leave it in the background. And I was kind of hoping I'd get a little bit more exposure for that, but it seems like life finds a way, and with
I think
Guardian,
Rocks.
it's
No,
just
no. I just
yeah.
think Rockstar's been looking at you and then just copying it. And people
uh,
like you. There's no other way. I don't think they have a player safety division because I mean you dox yourself by just going like starting GTA Online, just any form of it. And I think even I don't know how accurate this is, but I think even when you launch story mode, you still have to be connected to online some way or form so you can press homepage, like see your friend
oh,
list, and right there people can get IRL phone notifications. So I have been told if I go online, someone with their own custom menu get an IRL phone notification that I've entered any form of GTA Online, which in on
yes.
itself is the most toxic shit I couldn't even think of before I heard it.
Yeah, the reason that works is because obviously your game needs to broadcast to Rockstar servers that
Mm-hmm.
uh, you have entered online, so that then the server can send notifications to all of your friends that you have, started playing GTA 5 or you've gone online. And for some reason, that information can just be accessed by anyone. You can just tell the Rockstar server, "Oh, I'm a friend of this person. What are they doing right now?" And that's it.
And that's it. It like I do not get I can't get it. I can't get it cuz Rockstar they're how can their terms of services be correct? I haven't read through them, but they have to be getting sued. If you put your profile to private and Google Chrome can inspect element through it. I mean, what? Imagine if they did that to Facebook. That would be on the news.
It would
Ah,
be, yeah. It's just people don't care because video games are for children. They don't really matter.
right,
Blah blah blah.
right, right. But then those children play the video game and dox themselves.
And then they're the ones using the Bond menus because they're children.
Such a fucked up world that GT Online is. It is a world at this
I
point.
agree.
It's like the metaverse, but somehow more toxic.
Oh my god. But yeah, that was the whole reason is that if people still want to play, they're going to have to be playing unprotected. And then if they get their account beamed, it's not my fault. You were the one that was playing unprotected.
Yeah,
There was no
yeah.
reason that
There's no
there
way you
was
should
nothing
be
on my
held
part.
accountable for any of this. You're just a guy trying to fix issue. That's it.
I mean, yeah, there's no way I should be. In the ideal world, everyone would understand how to use Guardian, and then there wouldn't be any problem. But yeah, there are quite a lot of people and I'm being proven this. Like some people are doubting it. I'm sending some people the message that I'm receiving on Twitter, and some of the replies I'm getting on my tweets, and it's just like these are the people that would be very upset and would blame me if their accounts got banned while they were using Guardian.
And they should blame Rockstar.
Absolutely, but they probably don't think that far. No offense to them personally. It's just I understand that there are a lot of people who aren't technically literate, and I'm trying to sort of think for those people because I don't want anyone to be affected by this exploit. I just want them to go, oh, okay, I can't use any sort of protection. I'm just not going to play for a bit because then they'll be safer.
Yeah, I've just been telling my Discord server, like, just don't play. Just don't.
Yep.
Do not.
That's the best move.
Worst thing is, I have to use GTA to make thumbnails. But hey, I guess my PC is not worth anything, huh?
Well, you could, if you load up Guardian and you set it as solo session.
Oh, that's what I've been
and
doing.
you leave it.
Yeah,
Okay, and if you just leave it like that, yep, you should be fine. Because yeah, Guardian still works.
Even the white is the whitelisted even broken?
No, whitelisted will still work, but I would not try to use whitelisted right now because if you like back out of the whitelist to try and edit the IPs that are being used and stuff,
you have to close GTA entirely before you
I
go
hate
back one page.
why I hate how they set it up like that. I'm actually in the middle of completely overhauling that process, so you can just change the IPs without having to stop for the protection. But I'm guessing the developers never thought you'd need protection 100% of the time or something.
Are the developers of Guardian? Because you're just a guy that is like basically taking their, because their shit is it's their source code is open to use, right? Or how do you say that?
Yeah, and that's it's
you're
open
just a guy
source,
making improvements. Yeah, open source.
pretty much, and that's, in my opinion, the beauty of open source. Someone can come along who knows how to recode. They can take a project, they can fix it up so it works again. I've actually I was invited to the Digital Arc Discord, so I've been keeping in touch with them. But I've been
so they're
working
alive?
on my version. They are technically alive, but they aren't doing anything with Guardian. It's I think they basically moved on from GTA Online as well.
Yeah,
so
they think
obviously
it's a
I
lost
can't
cause at this point, probably.
sort of, yeah. I mean,
Because it's so. I mean, TGG did. That's one of the only people who did at the moment, but it's like
I think GTMN did as well.
Yeah, but no one is like being explosive enough about it. How bad this actually is. Like,
Yeah.
it is actually like, what the fuck, bro? If this would have happened to any other company except for Rockstar Games, this would be headlines everywhere. Fucking imagine you playing fucking World of Warcraft. Someone's just deleting your fucking C drive. Imagine you playing any Activision game. Fucking, what about Blizzard? You playing StarCraft 2? You playing Team Fortress 2 on Steam? Steam would have been dragged over the fucking ground for it. But it's Rockstar Games. They have a fucking history of just doing nothing. I want to use the fucking red pill, blue pill. I make like a meme. So in the one hand, you have the taxi cab. On the other hand, you have player safety. Which one will you get? Which
actually
one?
A really good idea.
Which one do you want? I'm not sure if you've seen my take on the Social Club issue with Cruise, which is still a thing somehow. It is.
Is it the one where you can take over a crew?
Yeah, just through fucking bullshitting to Rockstar support. It's this shit.
I didn't realize that was still a thing.
Oh yeah, I mean, when the fuck do they fix anything? A lot of us content creators don't even have public crews anymore. Like, even consoles being affected by this. Fuck, man. The console just has God mode. Yeah, I mean, it just keeps going.
What's the point of a crew when closed crew sessions don't even work? Who cares?
I want to go for the same kind of vibe which I did to that video.
I mean, it's more than deserved.
Yeah, it's way more than deserved. This is fucking like, bro. What is GTA 5? A $8 billion singular game entity? Like, come on, man! Like, come on! Come on! Where is the line? Where is it? Where is your sanity check? Fucking be like Elon. Fire half of your staff if you have to. Jesus. I wanted to start streaming using Guardian. But now it's simply, it's too unsafe.
I mean, when you do, just let me know, and I'll be more than happy to guide you through it and make sure you're doing everything right.
Well, yeah, you just make a list, and then in that list you add IP addresses of the VPNs, and then in there, then you start the whitelisted server before you even start GTA Online, and then you go through that, and then you just invite them, and then they join, and everyone's safe.
Yeah.
But at the moment,
the other...
you can't even do that because the other people would have literally been in the solo session version in story mode when they launch GTA to not get affected, because story mode isn't even safe.
Yeah, because they would get crashed out at the moment. They have to use either they need to have the exact same whitelist as you, including your own IP address, or they have to use locked mode, like locked session mode. But again, these sort of guides aren't exactly public. I've been really meaning to make a proper tutorial and explanation on what modes you should be using under which circumstances, but it's changing so quickly with all the new exploits that are coming out. It's very difficult to get a one guide fits all. Otherwise, you have to explain exactly
their own twist on this as well.
Pretty much, yeah.
So that's okay with you if I use like sound bites or clips or whatever?
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, no worries.
Okay, good,
I was actually kind of hoping that you would. So if you wanted to do an interview, we wouldn't have to do it again.
Yeah, I'd be like,
so if
well,
you
so now I want to do an interview with you. Can you repeat what you said?
Oh God. Yeah, and then you got to go all through all the explanations again, and I'd start jumping over shit, and I'd start, not explaining things properly. But
the worst thing about it is, I still like playing GTA Online on PC.
I think
it's the best experience by far, besides the player safety. It's the only thing that's hindering it, and like how I see it is since day one. This is also how I would formulate it in the video. No idea if I'm gonna use this, like me saying it right now. But since day one, their admin tools have basically been leaked and unlocked. People used it for their own profit. You remember Paragon? Holy shit. What the fuck, man? They were getting bank. Yeah. They were getting bank. And then some guy was just like, okay, fuck this. And then he doxed the entire user base of Paragon. Oh. And and then they release this quote-unquote new game called Expanded and Enhanced, and then it isn't expanded or enhanced. They're basically using Unreal Engine smoke, and that's it. And then they don't even give it to PC. Ever since Expanded and Enhanced, they just neglected PC. There hasn't been anything. We don't even have HSW fucking cars. Why? We don't get anything.
Really been
not a thing. Not a damn fucking thing. The last thing we got was the railgun. Which, how the fuck am I supposed to spot a modder now? Huh? Is it explosive ammo? Is it a fucking marksman with explosive ammo? Is it a railgun? Is it explosive ammo being quick switched with key bindings to a railgun? What the fuck am I supposed to do? And now you can't even play online or your fucking files get deleted. Do you have any intake or whatever about that file deletion shit?
No. It's did I explain the partial remote code exploit? I think I did. Basically, if that goes from a partial remote code exploit to a full code exploit. They will be able to delete your files if they wanted to. They could run any sort of program on your computer. They could install any kind of software on your computer. They could
Yeah,
delete your
so then they're
files.
just hacking you. Yeah.
Literally, yeah.
So
And
they
the worst
yeah.
part is they can do that at scale to every single person who's currently playing. They could,
Which
obviously.
is still a
I'm
couple
not
million
saying.
people.
Hmm. And I'm not saying that that is what is going to happen, but I think it makes sense that if they got this far with partial remote code execution, it makes sense to be wary if they can get that step further.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Of course they will. They're already doing it, like 100%.
Yeah. Oh yeah, mod menu developers are definitely going to be looking into that, because that would be a very, very lucrative exploit because they get a lot of sales from that.
Yeah. Just people being, and the worst thing about it is, since the admin tools have been unlocked, GTA PC has become the most toxic player base out of every GTA. There's nothing that even comes remotely close. Fuck, bro. I'll take getting stalked and orbital spammed and god mode on console any time of the day, for instead of playing on my public account, which gets remotely crashed within 6 seconds of me joining into an invite only, while screen sharing it to random people on Discord talking about the player safety issue. I mean, come on.
That's some good irony, yeah.
Oh, this is so bad. And then people like you are trying to do the good thing, get flack for it. It's so stupid. So fucking
I
stupid.
mean, I don't think I've gotten flack for it just yet.
Yeah,
This was more preventative measure because I didn't want to get flack for it. Um, I think a lot of people, just from the messages that are floating around, they do seem to understand. The one thing that I'm trying to be really careful about is I want to make a point that Guardian isn't broken. I'm not taking it down because it's been bypassed. I don't want people to be like depressed, like thinking, oh, hey, this was the only thing that we could use and now it's gone. They've gotten rid of it. I'm only doing that as a preventative measure to stop people from playing. It will work once I bring it back. It still does work. It's just I don't want people using it incorrectly.
yeah, cause that's where the danger really lies.
Yeah, because I've been trying to build up trust as the person who is keeping people safe while playing online, and it doesn't do me much good if there's a very bad exploit going around and I say that you can use this app to keep you safe, but then it's possible to not use it in the right way and it doesn't actually do anything. Then I just lose all my trust. So I hope that by taking Guardian down, I will end up keeping more people safe because they're not going to use it incorrectly.
I hope so. Fuck, I was using it earlier just to beat an invite only.
Yeah.
uh, you were also saying or suggesting that you were working on your own version of it, like entirely.
Um, it's basically going to be my own version, to be honest, because there's a lot of things that I wanted to change, but there wasn't really much of a reason to put a lot of work into a new version of Guardian because there was not a lot of people using it. Now that's changing very, very, very quickly. Um, in my opinion, a lot of the app just needs to be rebuilt from the ground up because there's a lot of, in my opinion, design flaws. Not necessarily. I don't think they would have considered them to be flaws at the time. It's just over time, exploits have gotten more dangerous and they're able to be done more frequently. Like you can literally just target an account with a Rockstar ID, like through their Rockstar ID, and you can just continually send the request to crash their account. You don't even need to click. You can just automate that process. And so the second they drop that protection somehow, they're gone. In this case, it would have been that they would have been kicked or crashed. Now it could be even worse. So what I've been trying to do is think of a way to overhaul Guardian so it is much less likely to be used in an incorrect manner.
Mm-hmm.
I also want to make it far more convenient, and a lot of code is going to have to be added, and a lot of already existing code is just going to have to be replaced. I would want to give an ETA of maybe 2 to 3 weeks, um, but you'll know when I release an update because I'll obviously post about it and everything. But yeah, I'll be working on it for quite a long time because this is probably going to be the only way to play GTA Online at all. Like after this exploit, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. Again, if the
Mm-hmm.
exploits are so bad that you risk losing your account and stuff, I'm not going to let people play because it's just way too unsafe. If it's anything less than that, it's just like an inconvenience, like a modder joining and blowing you up a little bit, or even crashing a game, then you make a mistake. It's an inconvenience at best. It's not a massive loss.
This right here, just this is like the fucking drop that overflows the bathtub to me right here. I can't. How the fuck do you even dare answer anything else right now than fucking PC?
Yeah, they don't want to. They want to stick their head in the sand and pretend like nothing's wrong because in reality they probably can't do anything about it. As in, they probably can't fix it and make GTA Online what it once was. They just want to
They
keep
need
pandering to
servers.
consoles
That's
because
it.
that's all. Yeah, I mean, servers would do good, but it just needs more security on the clients in general. The clients need to be able to say, actually, no, I'm not going to do that because that's like something that isn't allowed. Like, oh no, I'm not going to spawn 300 submarines above my head because that's clearly not something that should be happening. That shouldn't be possible. The client should be able to just say, no, I'm not doing that. But then again, you start to run into issues of, well, what if one client says no, but then all the others say yes? Um, so from a technical standpoint, I can kind of see why these exploits exist, but it would be nice if there was just a little bit of additional checks. Um, and also, to be fair, that was kind of how the anti-cheat was. The anti-cheat did have a couple of additional checks for really, really bad stuff such as this. But because that's all been removed, the the
Yeah,
cat's out
didn't
of the
they didn't
bag.
they say they removed anti-cheat?
Yeah, so when the GTA Online source code, it was a little bit after the GTA 6 leak. Some source code for GTA 5 and GTA Online got leaked. At that point was when they pulled the anti-cheat, and you got to wonder why would they pull the anti-cheat after a source code leak? What was there that is somehow a more sensible idea to remove anti-cheat entirely than leave it on after the source code got leaked? What's there? And I guess now we're starting to find out what was there and why they started to take the anti-cheat off.
That's probably them trying to save face, just like you taking down Guardian. In a sense, right? It's like, oh, but we don't have an anti-cheat. Oh, your files are getting deleted? Oh, well, we don't have an anti-cheat. I don't know what you've been told. You know?
That's actually a decent analogy. Yeah. Oh, there's no Guardian. You can't use it. So don't play. Sort of, yeah. The similar motivations there, I guess. But I'm also going to be bringing Guardian back once the exploits are patched, and Rockstar do not seem to be bringing their anti-cheat back.
The issues run so deep and so far, and it's so interconnected. Every singular point in the story is utterly fucked. And Rockstar doesn't give a shit. They never did. No matter how much of the community roared up, they never gave a fuck. They never ever
Well,
gave
yeah,
a fuck.
that's what it seems like. seems like they just don't care. You know, you don't know if they do or not because like you had that social club ball sorter exploit that was fixed in 24 hours. Seems like they kind of cared about that. And then you have the remote crash stuff, which has been going on for over a month now. Do they care about it? Is it an issue? Who knows?
They don't, because GTA PC isn't their main source of revenue, because GTA Plus and Shark Cards for console is their revenue. Fuck, they released online as a separate entity to GTA Story Mode, just so the other new consoles can pay it for it. Fuck, it's endless. The more you think about it, the stupidity and the greed is endless.
Oh man, you have no idea how hard it has been for me to try and get in contact with popular personalities who play GT Online. Dark Viper AU was actually the only person who responded. He was the first and only one.
Is
I
that
tried
only
contacting
through Twitter or?
no, he did it through Discord, which I was amazed by. Apparently, yeah, um he responds to almost all of the messages that he receives on Discord, and he happened to read mine, and that's sort of where we started off. Um, but I've tried contacting a lot of people through Twitter. None of them respond because they don't know me and not popular enough, and they're probably too busy as well. So yeah, I've contacted a lot of people. Matt was the only one which ever responded, so he's the one that got all the benefits. Obviously, he's the one that's getting all the new versions and stuff.
I like this video of from whatever about this. You can literally see this guy's bank account go full and empty, full and empty.
Yeah, he's just getting fucked with. I like surely you see that and you go, just quit the game, pull the power, just stop. But it's interesting. I'm actually, in a way, it's good to see proof that it actually exists because people would deny it. They'd say you're being
Uh-huh.
paranoid. This isn't actually a thing. You know, you're a cheater. Blah blah blah. The fact that a mildly prominent YouTuber did get abused, I hope he gets his account back. And there's a couple of premium mod menus who have a free version of their menu. One of those
Yeah, Stan.
apparently is now, yeah, they're advertising a feature that will unbrick your account. I hope that he is able
Mm-hmm.
to unbrick it. I obviously
Norse
do not
Norse
condone
Mutual
using mod
was.
menus as well. Yeah,
Uh,
I honestly don't know why they're still playing public sessions and stuff. I kind of hope that they can adopt Guardian as well once they bring it back, and
they have.
maybe they
They
have.
have
That's good.
for their meat scene, their car meat scene. They use Guardian to whitelist servers and shit.
Well, hopefully
Oh
in
my
the future
god.
it'll be much easier to whitelist your friends and stuff. That's a future release. It's going to make it way, way easier. I don't want to reveal too much just yet, but
Mm-hmm.
hopefully a lot of it will be automated and a lot of it will be much easier to manage.
All right, good night, G. Been a pleasure
Good night,
talking to you,
indeed.
but bad
Likewise.
circumstances, of course.
Talk to you soon and stay safe. Thank you.
All right, same for you. Bye bye.
See ya.